All right, all right. Hello and welcome to another Saturday here with the YDSC. We are racing at the Academy of Holy Angels right here in Richfield, Minnesota. We have a fun and exciting race for you today. We're going to keep this rolling all the way through to get it jam-packed with a bunch of pilots. We're going to be racing two separate heats. We're going to call up the pilots one at a time. And we will start with Heat 1. We'll introduce the pilots, then Heat 2, introduce those pilots, and then they will be racing each 5 times for their qualifying rounds, which will then seat them into the mains. And we will explain more with that when we get there. All right. Heat number 1. Coming from the tiny turbines, we have Eclipse. Remember to come over here and show your drone, look into the camera that I'm still getting used to. All right, it is purple. Awesome, awesome. All right, next up from Apple Valley, we have Viper. Clear and awesome. All right. And I'm not sure if this pilot is quite ready yet, but from Washburn, we have Grandpa Stanley. You're not ready yet? All right. Then we have, coming all the way from the tiny turbines, we have Squirkit. Come on over. Got to show the camera too. All right, it is blue with purple props. All right, here we go. Go ahead and stand behind. Go ahead and get the drones plugged in. Get ready and get seated. All right, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1. I got 2, and I got 3. All right, pilots, here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Viper with a whole shot, followed by a Squirk It and Eclipse. Eclipse overtakes Squirk It by a hair. Here as they come around in the funky ladders, we got Viper in first, followed by Eclipse. Squirk It trying to catch up. Viper going through the window right now. Coming around, here comes Eclipse, but Squirk It is catching up. Viper has a little bit of a fumble up. Trying to go through. Oh, Eclipse overtakes Viper, but has a fumble there too. Viper has to go back. Here comes Squirk It in first, over to the pyramid. Squirk It coming out, followed by Eclipse, but Eclipse fumbles up. Here comes Viper. Viper messing up, trying to catch up. Lap 1 for Squirk It. Here comes Viper on lap 2. Eclipse finishing up lap number 1, and on lap 2, we still have Squirk It right now, but Viper hunting down Squirk It. Viper overtakes Squirk It. Here comes Viper and Squirk It. Viper coming around through the window. Here comes Squirk It right behind. Squirk It having a little bit of fumble up. Probably getting a little nervous. Here comes Viper around, but here comes Eclipse. Eclipse overtakes Squirk It through the window. Here comes Squirk It through the window, and Viper. Viper gets first on that. Here comes Eclipse ahead of Squirk It after that fumble up. Squirk It and Eclipse through the pyramid. Here comes Eclipse. Oh, Eclipse does not go through it. Is it enough time for Squirk It to catch up? And here we go. Eclipse finishes in P2, and here comes Squirk It in P3. All right. Go ahead and unplug. Next set of pilots, get ready. All right, after that one, we have Viper in first, Eclipse in second, and Squirk It in third. All right, and here comes for heat number 2. That is heat number 2. And up first in heat number 2. Waiting on these slow pilots. Hurry up, hurry up. You got a 30-second countdown, pilots, 30 seconds. We have coming from the Academy of Holy Angels, we have Melon. Melon, come on, plug in your quad and come show me. Gonna do this one by one, show the camera and myself your pretty colors. You have black with the blue props. Yeah, over to this one first is where we're gonna do all the... Oh no, you're fine right here just showing it. All right, go ahead and unplug. Up next, brand new, coming back into the brushless world after being brushed. From St. Thomas Academy, we have McLovin. Come on, show your camera. We got clear frame here with the rainbow LEDs. And up next, maybe taking a seat too, we have from the Academy of Holy Angels, we have King Lee. King Lee, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you are flying. Is he not flying? Okay. All right, it will be you two for position points for the qualifying points because he is not listening at all. So go ahead and plug in. Go ahead and put your drones on the starting line. Go ahead and get those goggles set up. Had a bunch of knockouts today with some drone video issues going on. All right, here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. Thumbs up meaning you have clear video, and I have one, I have two. All right, here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we are off. And we have Melon by a hair getting the whole shot. We got Melon and McLovin coming around. Melon a little bit ahead right now. They both have to keep it nice and smooth. We do have McLovin getting back into it after it being a couple of years. Just keep it nice and smooth. Melon going down. McLovin not far behind. It's all about keeping it nice and smooth. Just getting back in the saddle. Melon through the window and over to the pyramid right now. We have McLovin getting back into it through the window. Nice, beautiful little reverse split S. And we have Melon on lap number 2. Here comes McLovin. Coming around the flag to the pyramid. Melon starting to feel the course a little bit more. Trying to pick up speed but crashes. Here comes McLovin, nice and smooth. Coming through. McLovin on lap number 2. Melon still trying to make it. Now through the window. As Melon goes down, we have McLovin trying to catch up. Melon now through the pyramid. And going around the flag, and Melon takes that one. Gonna let McLovin get a little bit of extra practice here during qualifying. Come back and come around the flag. And McLovin through the pyramid right now. Next pilots on deck. Get ready, get ready. And here comes McLovin on the final. And McLovin P2. All right, go ahead and disarm. All right, next pilots. Let's get going. Up now, we have Viper from Apple Valley. We have Grandpa Stanley, who's going to be learning the course as we go. As we say here, early is on time and on time is late. But coming all the way from Washburn is Grandpa Stanley. From the Tiny Turbines, we have Squirkit. And again from the Tiny Turbines, we have Eclipse. Show me your drone there, Grandpa Stanley. All right, good. It's a completely different color than everybody else. All right, so we have Grandpa Stanley with black frame. Clear frame goes to Viper. Blue is Squirkit, and purple is Eclipse. All right, here we go, pilots. Pilots, goggles down, thumbs up. I got one. I have two. Oh, I think we're having a channel change. That's maybe why. All right, I got 3. And is that better now, Eclipse? All right, here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Remember, only 2 laps. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. We have Viper just overtaking the whole shot, a little bit over Squirkit right now. Right now we have Viper, Eclipse, Squirkit, and Grandpa Stanley, who's getting used to the course. Here we go. Viper just trying to keep it nice and smooth, trying to keep Eclipse and Squirkit back there. And here comes Squirkit, Viper through the pyramid. Eclipse having a little bit of a fumble up. Squirkit bumping a little bit of the gate, but staying ahead in P2 right now. Viper coming around on lap number 2. Squirkit ready in the pyramid. Here comes Eclipse. And Squirkit on lap number 2. Here comes Eclipse through the pyramid. Right now, Viper trying to get back into the window. Here comes Viper through the window as Grandpa Stanley's there. Viper coming through already on the window. On the pyramid. Here comes Squirkit trying to catch up. But Eclipse is right behind Squirkit right now. Only a few gates. Squirkit through the window. Coming through to the top gates of the window. Viper takes P1. Here comes Squirkit already coming through. Here comes Eclipse. Only a few gates. Squirkit goes down. Is this enough for Eclipse to catch up? Eclipse coming around, trying to keep it nice and smooth. Only a few gates to go. And here comes Eclipse in P2. Squirkit trying to hold it together. Grandpa Stanley trying to get everything together on this course. And Squirkit in P3 that time. Viper in first. Grandpa Stanley, go ahead and finish it out. If the other pilots need to walk you through it, they can walk you through it. But Viper in P1. We have Eclipse in P2. And we have Squirkit in P3. On deck is McLovin, Kingley, and Mellon. Get ready, pilots. Get ready. And here comes Grandpa Stanley coming through the pyramid. Well, not enough for the battery, but that's all right. Remember, it's only 2 laps. All right, pilots. It's 2-minute countdown, 2-minute countdown. Here comes walking with a purpose. We have McLovin from St. Thomas Academy. Followed right behind, trying to prove themselves here. Coming all the way from the Academy of Holy Angels, we have Mellon. And Kingley still working on their drone. All right, pilots, go ahead and plug in. McLovin with a clear frame. We have Mellon with a black frame. Coming all the way from Minneapolis himself. In the building, we have Marty. Hi, Marty. Good morning. All right. Go ahead and get those goggles on.
Getting used to this brushless now. So he's been working super hard in the sim, so he is quad camp here for now to get him up, get him ready to fly.
All right, go ahead and get those goggles down, pilots. Are you able to see now? If you're watching it on Twitch, while we are at it, go ahead and hit that like and that follow button so you get the notifications We are also powered by LeagueOS. If you go to leagueos.gg, you can go ahead and find the Discord link, and you can create your own esports account. They are super friendly over there, super fast, super easy to use. If you are looking to fly, go to fly.youthdronesports.org. All right, here we go, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2. We don't want those batteries to go down. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone, in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. And we have Melon with the hole shot. A little bit of a slow start, but it's all about being smooth right now. Get it down. It's only millimeters. If you're wondering, this is super duper hard to do. It takes many, many hours. And here we go. Here comes Melon to the window. Coming around not far behind is McLovin. Here comes Melon out of the window. Coming around, Melon having a little bit of fumble up as we have, or McLovin having a little bit of fumble up, trying to turtle on the slippery ground. We have Melon already coming through the pyramid. Only a few gates to go and a flag. And Melon on lap number 2. As we're off, McLovin trying to turtle out of the slippery floor. The Academy of Holy Angels does an amazing job of waxing. All right, Melon is upside down. Melon's still ahead. Let's see if any of them can turtle and get out of this. They're doing some whoop breakdancing right now. We are going to give it a 10-second countdown. If anyone can flip over. If not, it will be Melon in P1. P2 will be McLovin. All right, go ahead, disarm, pilots. I don't want you to blow up your batteries or your drones. Go ahead and grab them, unplug. Heat number 1, get ready. Heat number 1. Heat number 1, pilots. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, go ahead. Here is from the tiny turbines. We have Eclipse with the purple frame. Followed right behind from Apple Valley, we have Viper in the clear frame. Then again from the tiny turbines, oh, try not to fumble. You might want to fix your quad, Eclipse. We have Squirkit in the blue frame. And in the black frame, all the way from Washburn, we have Grandpa Stanley. All right. Here we go. We'll see how much of the course has been learned. Here we go, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3. And I got 4. All right, pilots. Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. And we're off. We have Viper with a shot, followed by Squirkit, Eclipse, and Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley goes down, but we still have Viper and Eclipse. Eclipse going a little bit wide. Viper taking a little bit tighter, but here comes Viper. Squirkit now in second, followed by Eclipse. Here comes Grandpa Stanley. All trying to keep it nice. Here comes Viper. Oh, Viper crashes through the window. Is that enough to keep Eclipse? But Viper's through the pyramid. Here comes Eclipse through the pyramid. Then we have Squirkit right behind in the pyramid trying to make up some time. And here comes Grandpa Stanley right around the flag into the pyramid as Viper is on lap number 2. Here comes Viper around it, and Eclipse is on lap number 2. And Squirkit is on lap number 2. Grandpa Stanley still in the pyramid. Here comes Viper around trying to keep it nice and tight. We got Viper in first right now. And here comes Squirkit in fourth, having a little bit of issues. So we got Viper in first. We have Eclipse in second. And Squirkit trying to catch Grandpa Stanley right now. Squirkit overtakes by a hair, but here comes Grandpa Stanley. Viper finishes it off. Here comes Eclipse trying to solidify this P2 spot. Here they come. We have Squirkit and Grandpa Stanley through the window. Who's going to make it out first? Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley coming around. And we have Eclipse P2, Viper P1, Eclipse P2. Squirkit having a little bit of issues. Grandpa Stanley trying to keep it nice and tight. Here comes Grandpa Stanley, and wrong gate, but that's all right. Nope, other gate, other gate, other gate. Yep, that one right there. Go through it. And Grandpa Stanley in third, and we'll let Squirkit this time in fourth. So we have in P1, we have Viper, Eclipse P2. We have Squirkit. This time P4, and P3 goes to Grandpa Stanley. All right, go ahead, grab your drones. Let's go. Let's get ready. McLovin and Melon. That is the double M's, M&M. You have a minute and a half, All right. You can go ahead and plug in, pilots. For everybody out there watching, next Thursday we will be having our sim race starting at 6 p.m. Central to 8 p.m. Central. And then on February 11th, we will be back here at the Academy of Holy Angels for race number 3. And that will be the same time at 10:30 a.m. Central. All right, here we go, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I've got 1. I've got 2 thumbs up. 2 good videos. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. This time, McLovin with the whole shot, followed by Melon as they are coming out side by side. Getting down. Oh, McLovin hits the flag, giving Melon a little bit of breathing room. Here we go. Here coming around. McLovin having a hard time flipping over their quad. Here we come. We got a little prop rubbing here. Melon all the way through the window. Oh! Coming around. Keep it nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Millimeters, millimeters, millimeters. All right. Go ahead and come around after this lap. Go ahead and disarm. Disarm, disarm. Go ahead and pick up the quads. We're going to call it right there. Grab your quad and bring it over to me, please. And you can go. You can walk on the course now. It's just before and afterwards we do have the flight line.
Well, I was gonna say, you have a little like tape or hair, like to wrap it. You're not gonna add too much. So I just want to make sure that nothing. Yeah, as long as I know you're having a hard time flipping, and then your background on. Oh, it's all good. I mean, if it's only that and it's not tearing up anything, then we're good too.
All right, so that time for heat number 3, we have Melon in first and McLovin in second. And Kingley is still out. Up now, we have from the Tiny Turbines Eclipse, Apple Valley is Viper in the clear frame. We have Eclipse in the purple frame, Squirkit in the blue frame, and Grandpa Stanley from Washburn we have in the black frame.
You make me paranoid.
Make sure everybody is unplugged if you are not racing. All right, pilots, here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, I got 4. All right, pilots, here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone, in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Viper with a hole shot, followed by Eclipse, Squirkit, and Grandpa Stanley. Eclipse is trying to catch up to Viper right now. We got Viper, Eclipse, Squirkit flips on their lid. Grandpa Stanley coming through. Grandpa Stanley almost overtaking Squirkit. Here comes Grandpa Stanley overtaken. We got Eclipse right behind. Viper goes down. This puts Eclipse in first place. Oh, Viper overtakes Eclipse after that little bit of fumble up. Here comes Viper. Viper on lap number 2. Here comes Eclipse. Eclipse is on lap number 2. Viper trying to keep it nice and tight, nice and smooth as well. Squirkit flips on their lid as here comes Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley has a chance to take it over. Viper not trying to fumble as Eclipse is only a few gates behind right now. Viper having to back up. Viper in the window right now. Viper trying to come through, go through the pyramid, while Squirkit and Grandpa Stanley are having a little bit of issues going through. Viper coming around, and Viper takes P1 that round. Here comes Eclipse. Eclipse coming around, trying to keep it nice and smooth. All right. Are you down, Grandpa Stanley? All right, go ahead and just finish off this lap. So we have Viper took P1, Eclipse in P2, Squirkit P3. Squirkit, go ahead and land. And then we have Grandpa Stanley in P4. Go ahead, grab your quads. Next group is up.
So much going on.
Two-minute countdown. This is going to be round number 4 for heat number 2. When you get up here, pilots, go ahead and just plug them in. And then we have one more before we take a little 5-minute little break. All right. Here we go, pilots. We have Melon with the black frame. We got McLovin with the clear frame. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone, in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. We have Melon with the whole shot, followed by McLovin. They're going around nice and smooth, trying to keep it nice and tight, nice and smooth, slow, smooth as fast. Melon just a little bit of McLovin. Coming around. Melon coming around in the double ladder through the window right now. Here comes McLovin, not too far behind. Just keep it nice and smooth. Melon already on the pyramid. It's all about those millimeters, 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 millimeters. And we have Melon on lap number 2. Here comes McLovin through the pyramid. Remember, with the brushless, they are more sensitive. Take it nice and smooth. Here we come around. Got to go through the pyramid, McLovin. Come back and go through the pyramid. You still have plenty of time because Melon went down there for a second. There we go. And now we have McLovin on lap number 2. Melon coming over to the pyramid. Anything can still happen. And here comes Melon. Melon takes it. We're going to let McLovin finish up here. Get some extra practice in. Those on deck, get ready, get ready. Here we have McLovin coming through the pyramid. Back through the reverse split S and the 180. Through the double towers. And around the flag. To the pyramid. Coming around. Nice. And McLovin P2. All right. Eclipse, Viper, Grandpa Stanley, and Squirkit. This is heat number 5, round number 5. Make it count. Got a minute and a half, pilots. We are the YDSC, the Youth Drone Sports Championships. If you're looking to learn how to fly, get your school up and going, go to fly.youthdronesports.org. That is fly.youthdronesports.org. We are also powered by League OS. If you are looking to start up an esports league at your school, or you already have one that's running, there is some amazing software. All you have to do is go to leagueos.gg, click on the Discord link, and they will be able to help you get started. All right. I have Eclipse in purple. I have Viper in clear, Squirkit in blue, Grandpa Stanley in black. Here we go, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Beep. And they're offs. Viper with a whole shot, followed by Squirkit and Eclipse. Squirkit in second right now. Not far behind is Eclipse. As we are coming around. Viper having to go back around the flag, but into the window. Here comes Eclipse in P2, but right behind is Squirkit. Oh, Eclipse goes down and Squirkit goes down. Who can get up faster? Viper ready in the pyramid, but here is Eclipse and Squirkit back up. Eclipse has a little bit of a bobble up, has to go back and do it again, but here comes Grandpa Stanley. Nice and smooth coming around the flag and into the pyramid. Here comes Eclipse through the pyramid. Meanwhile, Viper is on lap number 2. And here comes Squirkit in the pyramid. Here comes Grandpa Stanley in second. Eclipse trying to catch up in third. And here comes Squirkit through the pyramid. Oh, Viper going down right there, giving a little bit of a closing chance. Oh, Grandpa Stanley has a little bit of an issue, so does Eclipse. And Viper goes down as well, but Viper is already back into the pyramid. Here comes Eclipse into the window. Grandpa Stanley going down, and Squirkit overtaking. Here comes Viper, and Viper hits P1. Here comes Eclipse in P2. But not far behind is Squirkit P3 and Grandpa Stanley in P4. Here we come, and Eclipse. Oh, not quite yet, not quite yet. There we go, Eclipse in P2. Grandpa Stanley going down. And here comes Squirkit in P3. And here we go. Go ahead and finish it up, get the practice in. You only have a pyramid left. Pyramid flag and the start finish. All right, MP4 goes to Grandpa Stanley. All right, get ready, McLovin and Melon. You have a 2-minute countdown. 2-minute countdown. We could have a race-off for P1 and P2, depending on how this heat goes here. This is heat number 2, round number 5. Then we will either do a race-off or just tally up the scores while we have a brief 5-minute intermission. We have McLovin from St. Thomas Academy with the clear frame. And we have from Academy of Holy Angels, Melon with the black frame. All right, pilots, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's get those goggles down. Give me some thumbs up, some good video. I got 1. I got 2. All right, here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. And we're off. Melon with the whole shot followed closely behind with McLovin. Here we go, coming around. Both taking a little bit wide. Melon in the lead right now. Not far behind is McLovin. Remember, top to bottom, top to bottom. McLovin. There you go, there you go. Oh, and here comes McLovin. McLovin overtaking Melon. They just have to keep it nice and smooth right now. Melon is flipped over on the waxy floor, doing a little bit of a whoop break dance. Here comes McLovin, trying to keep it nice and smooth, already out and around and through the pyramid. Melon trying to keep it over. Trying to flip it over right now. But we do have McLovin, and McLovin is in P1 right now, lap number 2. Got to finish this lap, so take it nice and smooth. And hope Melon doesn't flip over in that time. And here comes McLovin, nice and smooth. Just like was practice. Don't worry about speed. Speed will come. Just get those lines down. Finesse that throttle. McLovin trying to make it back to the window again. I think your battery is completely dead, Melon. Oh. There There we go. Just keep it nice and smooth, McLovin. You got this. Come through, come around the flag, through the pyramid. And then go through the far one, not that one, the other one. Yep, that one. And then come through the other side, up to the top. And come around the flag. And McLovin finishes P1. P1 that time. Go ahead and grab your quads, pilots. Grab your quads. All right. We are going to have our 5-minute, our 5-minute. Hello, hello, hello. All right, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. 4-minute intermission now, 4 minutes only.
No, I'm trying to get
Marty. 3 minutes now, 3-minute intermission. Yeah, now because they keep talking, it's about 30 seconds. We still have mains to do and team racing. All right, here we go on the tone in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boop, and we're off. All right, here we go.
Thank you very much, Brian, Mr. Sour Power. So that means we're at the end of individual. We're moving to team? No. We're going into brackets. Is it the format is three up brackets? 3 up? 4 up. You've already explained this. I just wasn't listening. Okay. For the audience at home, thank you for watching. Thank you all for being here at Holy Angels, Academy of Holy Angels, hosting the YDSC again here on a Saturday. We'll be back here again in 2 weeks on a Saturday, February 11th. Very, very honored to be in this fantastic gym. It's huge. All these banners. In fact, I hear there's a state championship banner from the YDSC, State Drone Racing Team Championship banner, that will be hung here soon. They certainly deserve it, as they are the reigning Minnesota State High School Drone Racing Team Champions here at Holy Angels. Mr. Hall running a great program. We have some Holy Angels pilots here today. Some pilots from Washburn, some pilots from Apple Valley, a pilot from Apple Valley, a pilot from St. Thomas Academy. First time, long time. Nice to have St. Thomas Academy here. And of course, the Tiny Turbines, the powerhouse team of the YDSC, always bringing tons of talent. We have another pilot here who we haven't seen for a little while, from St. Paul Highland Park. St. Paul Highland Park, have not been able to say that for a while in the YDSC, but we are very excited. And in fact, this pilot is one of our most accomplished pilots in the history of the YDSC. And we have a trophy for him that he hasn't received yet. So I'm actually going to make this a part of the live stream. I didn't warn him about this, but I think he has to come over here right now. Our long-lost friend, Boomer, from St. Paul Highland Park. Boomer is taking the long walk, but he missed the trophy ceremony that we had at, was that at it was at Washburn, yes. We had a trophy ceremony at Washburn, that's right. We were at Washburn, but here he comes. Come on over here, Joe. Welcome back. I didn't warn you that we were going to put you on camera, but I thought if we're going to do this, we should do it right. I'm not just going to slip you a trophy, in the back hall. We're here at Holy Angels. Now, that was here last year when this happened, right? This was the state championship last year.
Yeah, this is the same gym, actually. So, of course, Roth took first. He was a great opponent. He was a great rival throughout the entire season, throughout the sim. throughout IRL racing, and he, I believe, is the reason that I actually pushed to be where I actually got to be at second place. So honestly, I worked hard for it, and I'm happy where it got me.
You worked extremely hard. You and Broff, who is now, he was a senior at Apple Valley at the time. He's now off at St. Thomas, I believe, right? I think he's at University of St. Thomas in St. Paul. Someday you'll go off to college. Maybe you guys will reunite in the college ranks. But yeah, that was an amazing rivalry. It lasted all year long in the sim. And then here at Holy Angels, you guys raced in real life, and you brought it in real life too. We were just talking about this. I was talking with Mr. Hall about sim racing versus real life racing, and some people prefer one or the other. What's your thought, having done both at the highest level? How do you compare the two?
Sim racing, it really brings out who the best flyer is, in my opinion, but it doesn't bring out who the better pilot is in general. Sim racing, it gives you the best case scenario. Your drone's working great, all your batteries are working great, your goggles are amazing. It doesn't bring out, okay, my gyro is a little bit off, I need to pitch it to this way just in case I need to, lean a little bit more. And honestly, I prefer, just me personally, I prefer IRL. I prefer it gives me more, just gives me amped up more. It makes me feel more alive that I'm racing in front of, fellow opponents instead of behind the screen.
Well put. Yeah, there's a lot more to consider, but it's real life, IRL in real life, right? And a whole different feeling. So I appreciate that because, different pilots have different opinions. But the trophy that we have for you is for IRL 2022 State Reserve Champion Individual Pilot. It's a pretty amazing accomplishment. And I need you to hold the microphone for a second. I don't know if you even know that this was given out. Maybe you heard rumors. He heard rumors from the other pilots. This was the surprise at the trophy ceremony. What do you got there? Look at that. Show that to the camera. Boomer on his own water bottle with the YDSC State 22. I think in some cases this is certainly more useful than a trophy. And it looks cool. He'll be hydrated. Look at that right there for the trophy case. An actual YDSC trophy. We've finally come a long way and we've got them, but your name on there, reserve champion, state 22. Congratulations, man. Oh, and actually one more surprise. Some of you don't know, and I don't want to cause any problems here, but Boomer helped out a lot with other things that I've been working on. League OS, you've heard Brian talk about it. Boomer put in a lot of time over the last year or so, helping out with stuff. We've been crazy busy. He might have wondered, was it worth it all? It certainly was. And I've got an extra special thing that this just happened to kind of come my way. You might see this nice hat that Sour Power has on right there. Here's something else that came in that little shipment that I'm offering to you, one of a kind, but it is a one of a kind YDSC windbreaker thing, and you get that as well. More to come on those things, but I just wanted to say that I appreciated all that time and effort. All right, absolutely. Let's get a picture here. Show your trophy. All right. He needs working gear. It's just the box. Welcome back, Boomer. Welcome back, pilots. Have a great race day. Thanks, Joe. All right. Back to Sour Power. Yeah, I gotta get going pretty soon too. You're doing a fantastic job on the race call. I don't know. You've been to a lot of races. I think you've heard a lot of race calls. Yeah. Special shout to Dragon's Eye View Media, by the way, as well. All the cameras here, all of the live switching, all of the production. Shy Dragon, Mr. Pass, GAP. Really excited to have you all here. Thank you. And now, an Eclipse for race managing. Yes, that's right, because you're on the mic. We need extra help. Thank you, Eclipse. Appreciate it. All right, here you go. Back to Sour Park.
All right. This is where things start heating up. All right, this is how it goes. Remember, pilots, it is A, B, and C mains. So, with 23 points overall in the 6th spot, because of all those pilots that had dropped out because of video issues, we have Grandpa Stanley with 16 points in 5th place. We have Squirkit, 4th place with 10 points is Eclipse. I'm just doing this because the pilots are on the edge of their seat over there. I wish you could see them. In 3rd place with 9 points, we have McLovin. In 2nd place, only a point behind 1st place. 1st place had 5 points. 6 points to 2nd place. So 2nd place, these are the unofficial results, but is Melon. In 1st place with 5 points, that is Viper. So what that means is Viper is seeded into the A main to face off the top 3 pilots that can make it up to them with a Super Chase the Ace. So that is a minimum of 3 batteries. Seated in the B main for a double Chase the Ace is Melon. In the C main to do a Chase the Ace, which will be up now, is McLovin, Eclipse, Squirkit, and Grandpa Stanley. The top 3 will move on to take on Melon into the B main. I forgot channel assignment, so give me a second, pilots. Eclipse. Just go to F2. Everybody else stay the same. All right. So everybody else will give a few seconds to Eclipse to change their channel. All other pilots get ready and come back over here to be reintroduced. So just to be clear, McLovin E6, Eclipse F2, Squirkit F7, Grandpa Stanley E2. So the only change was Eclipse. All right, seated here in the C main, coming all the way from St. Thomas Academy. That would be McLovin. McLovin, come on over. Say hi to the camera. McLovin, you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Awesome. A little nervous, getting back in the swing of things. First time flying brushless out here with us. Before flew during brush, so a lot to get used to. Flying amazing right now. All right, just don't plug in till I call all pilots, just so your battery doesn't wear out. Then we're going to split you up, but we're going to do it kind of in order. So up next from the tiny turbines, we have Squirkit. All right. I'm trying to give you clues. Are you ready for this, Squirkit?
Yeah.
Ready for the hard competition?
No.
They are just primed and ready to go. We'll do more interviews afterwards as well, too. All right. Coming all the way from Washburn, we have Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley, you ready for this?
Yes.
Do you have the course down now?
It's probably 95% down, but yeah.
It's better than 49%, so we are good. All right. Last but not least, all the way from the tiny turbines, we have Eclipse. We need some pilot songs coming down. We're going to get those. Are you ready for this, Eclipse?
What?
Are you ready for this race?
Yeah. I'm just chilling.
All right. Everybody have enough batteries too, right? Okay, just because we're going to be going. These are going to be nonstop until the first pilot. So what it is, as soon as I explain this, then we'll go ahead and plug in. Just save your battery for a quick second, but you can stand behind on the awesome. We can thank Apple Valley and Viper over there for helping me design them and print them. But our new YDSC launch pads. All right. But if anybody out there is wondering, Chase the Ace is when one pilot gets to first place, and they do not have to be in a row. All right. Pilots, go ahead and plug in. Did you see them, Marty? I still got to put like Uma grip and stuff on them because they were done late. Viper, and stuff. But that's not the surprise. Tell me. Trust me, you want to qualify for state and nationals. Huge surprise that is in the works. And I'm not going to say what. There's 2 actually for state, and there's 1 for nationals. So 3 surprises coming. All right, go ahead, goggles down, thumbs up, pilots. I got 1. I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. All right, here we go, pilots. Take a deep breath. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. We have Squirkit with the whole shot button, followed by Eclipse. Eclipse overtakes Squirkit. We have Eclipse, Squirkit. Then we have Grandpa Stanley, followed by McLovin. Oh, has a little bit of a fumble up there. Oh, Eclipse has a little bit of fumble up. Here comes Squirkit in first. We got Squirkit, Eclipse. Oh, still have Squirkit in the lead, but followed by Eclipse. Here comes Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley trying to get in the mix, and McLovin in fourth right now. So right now coming around, we got Squirkit going into the pyramid. Here comes Eclipse coming out. Oh no, it's Grandpa Stanley right now. Grandpa Stanley into the pyramid, followed by Eclipse. And Squirkit on lap number 2, trying to keep it nice and smooth and redeem themselves for the first ace. And here comes Grandpa Stanley in second. It's all about not being last. And here comes McLovin right behind. And that was the commentator curse going down. Here comes Eclipse. So we have Squirkit in first. We got Grandpa Stanley. And we have Eclipse. And here comes... Ooh, McLovin went down. Tried, still enough time to turtle. Anything could happen. We got Squirkit going through the pyramid. Here comes Grandpa Stanley coming into the pyramid, followed by, not far behind, is Eclipse. Anything could happen. Anybody could crash. And Squirkit takes the first ace. It's all about finishing, and here comes Grandpa Stanley in second and Eclipse in third that time. All right, go ahead and unplug, change out your batteries, grab your drones. Let me write this down, and we will continue.
Till 1:13ish. Okay. Oh. Trying to make Papa McFly and happy.
All right. Squirkit is ready. All right. Remember, we have Eclipse in purple, Squirkit in blue, Grandpa Stanley in black, and McLovin in clear. All right, here we go, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. All right, here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Square with Oshot, followed by Grandpa Stanley and Eclipse and McLovin. But here is Eclipse and Squirkit trying to overtake Eclipse. Right now it's Eclipse, Squirkit, Grandpa Stanley, and McLovin as they're coming around. Here comes Eclipse, but Squirkit right behind Eclipse. Eclipse and Squirkit into... Oh! Squirkit has a little bit of fumble up through the window. Here comes Eclipse into the pyramid this time, trying to take the ace away. Grandpa Stanley coming through. Grandpa Stanley right now in P2. Squirkit in P3. McLovin in P4. Eclipse is on lap number 2 right now. Here comes Eclipse around. Grandpa Stanley trying to keep it nice and smooth as Squirkit is right behind Grandpa Stanley and Grandpa Stanley in P2. Squirkit misses the start-finish gate. Gives Grandpa Stanley a little bit of time. But here comes... Oh, McLovin goes down. Eclipse still in first through the window. And we have... Eclipse coming around, just trying to keep it nice and smooth. Squirkit and Grandpa Stanley hit each other in the midair. Some blade-to-blade action. Grandpa Stanley flipped on their lid. Is that enough for McLovin to come and take over, or can Grandpa Stanley get up? Right now we have Eclipse who took it. Eclipse took an ace. Now we have Squirkit coming around. There's plenty of time. Oh, commentator's curse. Squirkit hits the gate, but here comes McLovin. McLovin is almost there to overtake Grandpa Stanley. Here comes Squirkit. Squirkit this time in P2. Oh, McLovin in P3 right now. Can Grandpa Stanley flip over and catch McLovin? It all comes down to this. McLovin has to finish this lap out. McLovin in the pyramid. Nice and smooth. It's all about that throttle control. Up here comes Grandpa Stanley's up. Trying to make it around. Oh. Having a little gyro issues. And P3 that time is McLovin. Go ahead and change out your batteries.
Try to look at the plug too. Yeah, don't get B-brains anymore.
All right. So right now we have Squirkit with an ace. We have Eclipse with an ace. If either of them take an ace, we call it, we add up points. We find out who moves on. If Grandpa Stanley or McLovin take an ace, we go on. Remember, it is the first pilot to take 2 first places. All right, here we go, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. All right, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. We have Eclipse with the whole shot, followed by Squirk it, Grandpa Stanley, and McLovin. They are out for the blades. Oh, Squirk it hits the gate. So right now we have Eclipse, Grandpa Stanley. Oh, McLovin goes down. Eclipse trying to keep it nice and tight, but here comes Grandpa Stanley right behind Eclipse. Eclipse trying to come out. They're both in the window right now. Here comes Squirk it making up time. McLovin having a little bit of drone issues, but they are both, Eclipse and Grandpa Stanley, both in the pyramid right now, trying to keep it nice and tight. And here comes Squirk it in the pyramid. Here they go, 1, 2, 3. Eclipse in first right now on lap number 2. Here comes Grandpa Stanley on lap number 2. And here comes Squirk it around to lap number 2. McLovin trying to get off the ground right now. We still have Eclipse. I think we had a little bit of video issues going on. Squirk it trying to catch up. Here comes Grandpa Stanley through the window. Out of the window is Eclipse and into the pyramid. Eclipse hits the gate. Enough time. Here comes Grandpa Stanley. Work it followed behind into... Oh, Eclipse misses it. Eclipse takes the second ace and closes it out. And Grandpa Stanley takes second. Here comes Squirk it into the pyramid. Squirk it finishing it up right now. And in third is Squirk it. Let's add this up and see who will be taking on Melon. All right. Go ahead and grab your quads and everything. Unplug. Awesome flying pilots. This is when we say good night to McLovin. McLovin with a strong performance, coming back after quite some time from brushed to brushless. First time they flew a brushless IRL. Been working a lot in the sim. Have been doing some proving in the sim. Bringing it IRL. We will see them back on February 11th because they are going to request off of work now. Same with Boomer. We'll see Boomer on the 11th as well too. Calling these pilots out. Going to have a huge race. All right. That means Eclipse, Squirk it, and Grandpa Stanley are taking on Melon. Melon, you will be on E6. That will be the only change. Viper, I'm going to keep you on F2. Give you more time to talk Boomer into coming on the 11th. What's that? Hey, we miss you, Boomer. Got to come back. You got to fly. All right. Minute and a half countdown, pilots. Minute and a half. Awesome flying. Remember, if you are looking to learn how to fly, go to fly.youthdronesports.org. Go ahead and send us an email. You can also, my name is Sour Power. I did not mention that earlier, actually. You can go ahead and look us up on Discord. You create a free account. On the right-hand side, click on the Discord link, and it will link you right into our YDSC Discord. We are also powered by League OS. That is League OS. If you go and want to create an esports league or have one at your school, looking for some awesome free software with some overlays and everything else with some super awesome friendly people, you can go to leagueos.gg. That's leagueos.gg. Go ahead and grab the Discord link. All right. Here we go. Here's for the B main. We are going to do the same thing. First pilot to 2 wins. Coming up, we have Eclipse on F2. Eclipse from the Tiny Turbines. Squirk It from the Tiny Turbines. We have Grandpa Stanley from Washburn. Taking on Melon from the Academy of Holy Angels. All right, 1 minute countdown, 1 minute countdown. If you're having video issues, are you able to fly, Melon? You're struggling to change channels? I can't hear you. And here is our race manager, Eclipse, running over to find out what is going on. .4 seconds. I think Viper's fingers are starting to get cool over there. Waiting to take on these next pilots. All right. Here we go, pilots. Give us just a few moments here. That is what it is about. Bunch of running back and forth. Now you know how I feel. All right, here we go. Just come up here, start plugging in your quads. Get those goggles down so we can do our B main round number 1. We have Melon with the black frame. Oh, jeez. We got 2 black frames up here right now. All right. I'm going to need you to do a frame swap. You have a blue light. It's blue. So, yeah, you got green. You have a blue canopy, but blue light. Maybe it is purple. Hard to see through it. All right, so here we go. Melon, Eclipse, Squirk It, and Grandpa Stanley. Here we go, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Squirk It with a whole shot, followed by Eclipse. And we have then Grandpa Stanley. All right. No, it's Melon and then Grandpa Stanley. Eclipse in first right now, followed by Squirkit. Squirkit trying to catch up. And we have Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley overtaking right now. Melon having a little bit of issues. Eclipse right now in first, but here comes Grandpa Stanley and Squirkit. Here comes Eclipse over on lap 2. Grandpa Stanley and Squirkit make it through, and by a hair it is Squirkit, but Grandpa Stanley overtakes. And we are coming around. Melon trying to get it together after a few drone issues there. Eclipse still in first through the window. Here comes Squirkit right behind through the window. And they are both out. Squirkit overtakes Eclipse, and Eclipse overtakes Squirkit as they're both into the pyramid. Coming around. Oh, Eclipse misses it. Puts Squirkit in first, and Squirkit takes the first ace. Here comes Eclipse. And, oh, Eclipse almost misses it, but takes P2 that time. And we have Grandpa Stanley in third that time. You can go ahead and finish it out. But finish that lap out. So Squirkit with an ace, Eclipse P2, Grandpa Stanley in third, and Melon in fourth. It's done. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And that is Melon finishing it out. All right, pilots. Go ahead, put in another battery. Right now we have Squirkit with an ace, Eclipse P2, Grandpa Stanley P3, and Melon P4. If Squirkit takes another first, we will call it and add up the points. It's up to Eclipse, Melon, or Grandpa Stanley to take a first for us to go on. Three of these pilots will be moving on to take on Viper from Apple Valley, where they will go through a gauntlet for a triple chase. All right, pilots, here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. All right, pilots. Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Squirkit with the whole shot, followed by Eclipse. Eclipse overtaking Squirkit only by here, but there is Grandpa Stanley. Followed in fourth place is Melon. As they are going side by side, Eclipse still in first. Squirkit and Grandpa Stanley battling it out right now, but right behind Eclipse. Eclipse into the window right now. Here comes Squirkit and Grandpa Stanley into the window. Eclipse out of the window into the pyramid. Here comes Squirkit, followed by Grandpa Stanley. Eclipse almost out of the pyramid. Grandpa Stanley coming through. All right, and Eclipse on lap number 2. Here comes Squirkit. Squirkit on lap number 2, slowing down his Grandpa Stanley a little bit. But also we have Melon into the pyramid. So we have Eclipse. And Squirkit in second. Grandpa Stanley in third, and Melon in fourth. Eclipse trying to get out of the window, gets out of the window. Eclipse has a little bit of a fumble up. Here comes Squirkit to try to take it away. Squirkit into the pyramid. Eclipse going way down across the other side of town. Here comes Grandpa Stanley into the window trying to make it out. But here comes Squirkit. Squirkit takes the second ace. Now it's all about these final points. Top 3 and Eclipse. Eclipse takes P2 again. Here comes Grandpa Stanley. Melon on their lid trying to flip over. Grandpa Stanley only a few gates to go. 1 flag. And Grandpa Stanley moves on. You can go ahead and disarm pilots. Take out your batteries. Eclipse, you're going to be on E6. All right. This is where we say goodnight to Melon from the Academy of Holy Angels. Melon, awesome flying tonight. Did amazing. Had a little bit of drone issues that we will get taken care of by February 11th. If you don't know, February 11th, we will be live streaming again at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time here at the Academy of Holy Angels. All right. Taking on Viper is going to be Eclipse, Squirkit, and Grandpa Stanley. Into the A main, where we do a triple chase. That is the first pilot to hit 3 first places. 3 first places are what is called an ace. Will it be Viper? Will it be Squirkit? Will it be Eclipse or Grandpa Stanley? Go and grab your batteries, pilots. Let's get ready. Shake it off. This is the finals. We will do a little bit of a fun team event here afterwards. All right. So we're going to start off with the tiny turbines. Coming all the way from the tiny turbines, we have Squirkit. Squirkit. Hither. So you ready to, after those amazing performances, are you ready for this time? Yeah, Squirkit always tries to psych out other pilots, both in the simulator and also IRL. All right. Coming all the way from miles and miles away. From Washburn, we have Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley, who's getting faster and faster as they now know the course. Yes, and the rust. Are you ready to take on these other giants here today? All right, ready to win. And I heard because last year's team champions is the Holy Angels. But I heard that Washburn pilots have been saying that it won't be their 2-time championship. Washburn's here to take it, as they're pretending to ignore. All right. Another pilot. From the tiny turbines, we have Eclipse. Eclipse, you already had some heated paddles. How is this going to be for you this time?
I'm just gonna get second.
Don't ever say that. Never say never. Because I heard someone's fingers are cold and they're going to crash a lot, is what I heard. I mean, do you want me to pop off a prop or something? Turn their drone backwards when they take off? Yeah, just like we made them fly in the simulator before with the transmitter upside down. We can do that IRL. All right. And our defending regional and 2-time national champion, we have from Apple Valley, Viper. Viper, are you ready for this?
Sir, I'm ready.
Any words of wisdom to your fellow pilots?
Best way to win is to not crash.
Fair enough, fair enough. It's pro tip too. Yeah, we all crash. All right. Go ahead, plug in, pilots. Plug in. The intro and the interviews I got to work on. So that's why I know. Because I totally forgot about even mentioning who I am or anything. So. All right. Here is the A main. We have in the black frame, we have Grandpa Stanley. Right next door in the clear frame is Viper. In the blue frame is Squirkit. And in the purple frame is Eclipse. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3. All 3 of you, but Grandpa Stanley, can put your thumbs down. All right, here we go. Remember, it cannot be higher than 25 milliwatts. That's what we race on. All right. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Viper with a whole shot, followed by Squirkit, Eclipse, and Grandpa Stanley as they are coming around. It's still Viper, but not far behind is Eclipse. Oh, Eclipse goes down as they overtook Viper there for a second, but here comes Squirkit. We got Viper on the ground, but here comes Eclipse. Eclipse in P1, Squirkit in P2, Viper in P3, Grandpa Stanley in P4, as they are all going through. Viper having a little bit of issues, but here comes Eclipse in P1. Trying to take home that ace. Here comes Viper. Oh, they almost had a midair between Grandpa Stanley and Viper. Here comes Squirkit also. Here comes, oh, Eclipse hits the gate. So Viper overtakes on lap number 2. Got to take it wide, but here comes Squirkit in P number 3. Here comes Grandpa Stanley in P4, trying to make it nice and smooth. We got Viper in first. So we got Viper in first, Eclipse in second, Squirkit in third. We got Grandpa Stanley coming through, going to lap number 2, but here comes Viper. Viper taking home the first ace. Here comes Eclipse. Eclipse going through the pyramid. Squirkit having a little bit of issues, now into the window, and oh, Eclipse overtakes. You got to take it wider, pilots, in order to get it. Eclipse in P2. Here comes, Grandpa Stanley's not far behind Squirkit, but here comes Squirkit in P number 3. And here we have Grandpa Stanley finishing it out. Go ahead and finish it up. Only a few gates and a flag to go. And around the flag, and P4 for Grandpa Stanley. So Viper with your first ace. Followed by Eclipse and Squirkit. All right, pilots. Go ahead, shake it off, shake it off. We'll do a 30-second countdown. Okay. All right. About 20 seconds now, pilots. Huge shout out for the Academy of Holy Angels for hosting today. Huge shout out to Dragon's Eye Media for all the production. And a huge shout out to Eclipse for race managing while trying to race. Remember, always line up. I'll let it slide this time, but it's always going to be behind where you set up. Always, no exceptions. You will be DQ'd in the future. Just getting it now for especially next year. All right, pilots. Go ahead and give me goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. All right, right now, Viper has an ace. Will Squirkit, Eclipse, or Grandpa Stanley take home an ace? Let's find out. Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Viper will whole shot, followed by Squirkit, Eclipse, and Grandpa Stanley. Viper with a little bit of a lead over Eclipse, but Eclipse not far behind. Squirkit not far behind Eclipse as well. Here they come around. Eclipse right on the tail of Viper. If Viper has... Oh, Eclipse goes down. Here comes Squirkit. Squirkit can overtake P2 right now. As we're coming around, Viper is in the pyramid. Eclipse goes down. Squirkit overtakes P2. Comes down to all of these points right here. Grandpa Stanley having a little bit of a fumble up. Going through. Here comes Eclipse in P4 right now. Coming around, plenty of time. We have Viper on their second lap. Squirkit on their second lap. Grandpa Stanley and now Eclipse on their third lap as well. Viper through the window. Viper goes down. Oh, Squirkit goes down. Enough time for Grandpa Stanley and Eclipse to catch up. Here comes Squirkit trying to make up some ground. Viper into the pyramid right now. Around through the window. Who's going to get out first? And we have Grandpa Stanley and Eclipse going side by side. Viper takes home another ace, but here comes Squirkit in the pyramid. And it's all down to the line. And we have Eclipse just overtakes Grandpa Stanley in third. Squirkit totally has to come back and do that all over again. But that's okay. That's what it's all about. When you're done flying, no acro, you just go ahead and land. Go ahead, just disarm. And there you go. And Squirkit in P4 that time. All right. We'll do another 30-second countdown. Right now we have Viper with 2 aces. Eclipse, Squirkit, or Grandpa Stanley need to stop him right here in order to have this thing go on, and it can be done. I saw signs of it the last 2 races. Anything can happen. We might, depending on how this goes, we might even have a race off as well, too. All right, pilots. Go ahead and plug in. Amazing flying. They put in lots of time, both in the simulator and IRL in real life. Once again, we have Eclipse in the purple frame, Squirkit in the blue frame. We have Viper in the clear frame, and in the black frame, we have Grandpa Stanley. All right, pilots. Here we go. Could this be it? Or could Squirkit, Eclipse, or Grandpa Stanley take an ace? Goggles down, thumbs up, pilots. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Viper just with the whole shot, but here comes Eclipse right on Viper's tail, followed by Squirkit and Grandpa Stanley. Ooh, Eclipse has a little bit of fumble up, giving Viper a little bit of breathing room, but not too much because here comes Squirkit. Grandpa Stanley right there. Eclipse catching up as they're coming around. Viper's already in the pyramid, trying to keep it nice and tight and nice and smooth. Oh, Grandpa Stanley has a fumble up. Here comes Viper on lap 2. We got Squirkit in the pyramid. Grandpa Stanley doing a little break dancing over there, flipped on their lid. Here comes Squirkit on lap number 2. Eclipse coming around the pyramid and on lap number 2. Grandpa Stanley still trying to get out. Viper into the pyramid already. Here comes Grandpa Stanley, but Viper is on their lid. This could be it. This could Eclipse or Squirket can overtake Viper right here, right now, as they're both having trouble. This is the door. Grandpa Stanley can even catch up right now. Here comes Eclipse. Viper is still on their lid. All pilots can do it. Here comes Squirket and Eclipse battling it out. And here it is. Getting ready. Eclipse is about to overtake and overtakes Viper. Here comes Eclipse and Squirket. Eclipse takes an ace away from Viper, and that puts Squirket in P2. Grandpa Stanley can even overtake Viper as well in P3. So that's Eclipse, Squirket. Here comes Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley takes third place. And we have Viper flipped on their lid. Go ahead and unplug, pilots. Unplug. And there it is. We got Eclipse with an ace, Viper with 2 aces. The pressure is on. So that time we had Eclipse, Squirket, Grandpa Stanley, and Viper. McLovin, can you give Grandpa Stanley a few batteries from the bag, please? Thank you so much. We are going to the end on this one. Go ahead and breathe, pilots. Breathe. Shake it off. Yeah, I brought batteries this time. All right, pilots. Go ahead and plug in. Plug in, plug in, plug in. So right now we have Viper with 2 aces, Eclipse with an ace. If Eclipse takes another ace, or Squirket or Grandpa Stanley take an ace, we go on. If Viper takes his ace, we call it, we add up the points. Any ties, we do not do motocross rules. If we have any ties, we will be doing a race off. So the points do matter. Once again, we have Grandpa Stanley with the black frame. Clear frame is Viper. Squirket with the blue frame, and Eclipse with the purple frame. All right, pilots. Here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I have 4. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Viper with a whole shot, followed by Eclipse and Squirket and Grandpa Stanley. As we are going off, Eclipse kind of high, Squirket catching up. As we're coming around, we got Viper in first right now, followed by Squirket, Grandpa Stanley, and Eclipse. Viper trying to make it through the window and out of the window as, Grandpa Stanley has a little bit of a hit. Here comes Viper. Viper through the pyramid. Viper on lap 2, but here comes Eclipse into the pyramid. But here comes Grandpa Stanley before Squirket. Squirket hits Grandpa Stanley on their lid. Eclipse out. Eclipse onto P2. Here comes Squirket. Squirket on P2. Viper trying to keep it. Viper goes down, has a little bit of fumble up, but back up quick. Viper coming through the pyramid right now. And here comes Grandpa Stanley on lap 2. Viper through the pyramid. Eclipse having a little bit of a fumble up. Is that enough? And Viper takes the ace. Viper takes it. But it is still down to second, third, and fourth. Right now we got Eclipse over Squirket. Eclipse into the pyramid. Squirket into the pyramid. Grandpa Stanley into the window. Here they come around. Eclipse having a little bit of a fumble up. Here comes Squirket. Squirket in P2. Grandpa Stanley has plenty of time to catch up. Grandpa Stanley in P3 that time. All right, let my brain process that. So we get Viper in first that time. Eclipse was P4. Squirk at P2 and P3. All right, let me add these up for a quick second. All right. Come on up here when I call you, so don't go anywhere. All right. 4th overall, there is no race-offs, but 4th overall with 13 points from Washburn is Grandpa Stanley. Yeah. Come on, talk to your fans out there. I know you have millions of fans who are watching right now. See? Do you have anything to say to your fellow pilots? Tell us how it was for you with all that pressure and everything.
I appreciate the help from the other pilots. I got a battery from McLovin, and then I also got some advice from Piper just, about the course at the start because I came in a bit late. So it's a lot of help from people that I didn't deserve help from.
You do deserve the help. And it's great how amazing you picked up on this course and brought it all the way up to P4. So just checking next time. Alarms. No, awesome job. We will see you on February 11th along with your teammate Spazdo7. All right. In P3 with 11 points. All the way from the tiny turbines, we have Squirk It. Squirk It. Wow. You had some heated battles with all of them. How was it for you?
Well, I guess I did unintentionally sabotage Grandpa Stanley twice throughout the entire thing. Because I bumped Grandpa Stanley, and I'm just completely unaffected with Grandpa Stanley's Good job.
I know y'all are nervous, and I'm putting y'all on the spot now. We're going to get used to it, especially with state nationals for those who qualify. All right. And with 9 points in second place, coming from the tiny turbines, we have Eclipse. Come on down. Eclipse, how was that through the pressure and everything else? And you can hold the mic and talk into it.
I just kept flying. I didn't focus. I got a little bit shaken when I was like, oh, I got a first. But yeah, I got what I was hoping for. I got a second. Yeah, I was not expecting that at all.
Awesome job. I'm only going to do a little bit of interviews and get y'all back into it. Don't worry. All right. And in first place, from Apple Valley, we have Viper. Viper, come on down. How was that competition, and anything you want to say to your fellow fans?
Competition was pretty good. I mean, yeah, they are. Yeah, I noticed, especially Grandpa Stanley. He's got some big improvements I've seen, especially with being so smooth. Otherwise, a lot of the pilots look a lot smoother, so I can see that they're working on it. I can see it. So, yeah, other than that, it was it was fun. Testing some new products, some new stuff, seeing what works. I have to keep getting faster, otherwise these pilots are going to pass me. So, yeah. Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, it's definitely very fun.
Awesome job, Viper. Congratulations on first place. Remember to check us out on February 11th. We also, for the pilots who qualify, April 15th here at the Academy of Holy Angels will be our state. These pilots will have to qualify for state and also for nationals. We actually only have 6 spots left for nationals. So tune in. Our next live stream is this coming Thursday at 6 p.m. Central is our sim racing. And then February 11th, we'll be back here at the Academy of Holy Angels at 10:30 a.m. Central. Remember, if you're looking to fly, go to fly.youthdronesports.org. That's fly.youthdronesports.org. Go ahead, sign up for a free account. Click on the Discord link. You can look myself up at Sour Power, or in general, you can ask us questions. We'll help you get going along with your school. If you're looking to create an esports league or have one already going, contact League OS. Go to leagueos.gg. Click on the Discord link, and they'll be able to help you get started as well. Once again, I am Sour Power. Huge shout out to everyone here from Dragon's Eye Media for running an awesome production from start to finish. All the cameras. We have to get you a pilot name, Gabe. We got Gabe, we got Shy Dragon. Then coming all the way from the Tiny Turbines. Been working harder and harder for Eclipse. Not you this time, Square Kid, but Eclipse for doing all the race managing, doing more and more. They're going to be getting more and more responsibility as well. And once again, I am Sour Power, and we are signing off. Thank you.